Today, we're going to be talking about a subject that may not be too exciting to most people, but you know what? For our financial well being, it is very important. And so, today, we're going to be talking about why a budget is needed. What's the importance of budgeting? What are six of the reasons why budgeting is important? So, let's get started. So, one of the key reasons why budgeting is important is financial awareness. Now, financial awareness is going to be tracking your incomes and then tracking your expenses to see where your money is coming from and then obviously where it's going, because if we don't have awareness of where it's coming in, which most should, job, selling things, maybe you have your own business, etc., that's all coming in, but what's going out? And is everything that you're buying necessary, or is it kind of a waste of money? So, financial awareness is one of the biggest keys to why we need to budget and have a budget. And the next thing is going to be goal setting. So, with a budget, with a balanced budget, we can have some goals in mind for our financial well being. So, for instance, let's say you're in a massive amount of debt, but you're not sure how to get out of it and you're just paying the minimum payment. Well, maybe you're just spending too much money and not bringing in enough. Whether it's saving for a dream vacation, maybe you decide you want to go on an actual vacation this year. Maybe you want to buy a new car, maybe it's a Tesla. Yeah, electric. Maybe save some money on the maintenance part. Maybe it's paying off debt. We always talk about that credit card debt, the debt consolidation loans, these big ones that have massive interest rates, which are, anywhere between 15 and 25%. We want to get that debt paid down. And, maybe you want to buy a house in the future and you need to save up for that down payment or maybe some closing costs. Well, goal setting is a major part of budgeting, and if you don't have a budget in mind, you don't have a goal in mind, well, you're pretty much just throwing darts blindly hoping that you hit a bullseye, and that's why you need a budget for sure. The next is an emergency fund. So an emergency fund is something where you have a stockpile of money in case something happens. Car breaks down, maybe you blow out a tire, maybe you need new brakes. Maybe you get really sick. Maybe you break a leg, break an arm. Maybe you have some medical emergencies that you're going to have to take care of and maybe potentially be out of work. So, having an emergency fund is an essential part of having a budget. Starting small, something like $500, maybe $1,000 to start, is something little and it'll help you a tiny bit. But in reality, we want something closer to a $5,000 emergency fund, just somewhere where that little nest egg of money is in like a high interest savings account where you're not touching it, you're just leaving it alone. Which comes to the next part, and that is going to be debt management. Now, I think this is the hardest part of everything when it comes to my generation, the millennials, and maybe generations under us, so the Zoomers, etc., we're actually really bad with money. We like spending money on useless stuff that we don't need, and then we're racking up that credit card bill, like always, and then that's always getting us in trouble. A way that budgeting comes into play is, again, income's coming in, expenses going out. So if you have too many expenses coming in and not enough income, well, you're going to be in debt, and that's where budgeting can save you a lot of money, time, and some happiness. So then we come up on saving for the future, which kind of ties in with everything I've already said. Budgeting isn't just about the present, it's also about the future, because we want to be able to save money, we want to be able to invest money, so our money that we've worked hard to get, we can also start gaining money from that money that we save or invest later on, instead of spending it and pretty much burning it in a fire. We'll talk about this in a later video too, about allocating money to certain places such as an emergency fund, retirement, savings, investing, etc., etc., etc. That way we have a timeline of what all our finances are going to, and we will be on our way to financial freedom. Lastly, the most important thing, and I think this kills most people, is going to be reducing stress. So I've been in that boat, and I get into that boat occasionally because I like to invest my money. And how I invest money is, well, I take debt out and then invest it. And usually it is a good investment, but there's been times where investing that debt money actually didn't pay off. Now, most of the time it will pay off, and you should make risk in your life. That's the whole point of life. But in the end, as long as you're investing it and making a loss and not spending it on like junk food, eating out every day, maybe buying a new phone every year, buying something that you're going to use once or twice and never use it again, things like that, where you think it's going to reduce your stress, but in the long run it actually puts a lot of stress on you, because then you get into debt because you're buying all this stuff. So I don't want you to worry about living paycheck to paycheck and finding out how I'm going to make my next rent, how I'm going to buy groceries, how I'm going to do my car payment. I want you to be able to live where you're at peace with yourself and financially. So there you have it, the importance of budgeting in a nutshell, from increasing financial awareness to goal setting to managing debt and saving for the future. Budgeting plays a crucial role in achieving financial success. If you're ready to take charge of your future today, make sure you start budgeting. And I hope this video helped you out. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful. Thanks for watching. And until next time, take care of yourself and budget on.